How does Windows know whether it has internet access or if a Wi-Fi connection requires in-browser authentication? How does Windows know whether or not it has a successful internet connection? Presumably it is checking some online Microsoft service to see whether it has a successful connection, gets redirected to some other page, or doesn't get any response at all, but I haven't seen anywhere that this process or the services used are documented. Can anybody explain how this works? I would prefer answers that refer to facts, rather than just guessing, but if you have a really good guess, then go for it. This question was a super user question of the week. Read the May 16, 2011 blog entry for more details or submit your own question of the week.
After some digging, the sheer number of network and internet-related services in Windows is astonishing. I think I found it. Windows Vista and 7 have a variety of network awareness features, one of which is the Network Connectivity Status Indicator that performs connectivity tests that in turn are used by the network's stray icon. The test for internet connectivity is simple. NC tries to load a specific page via HTTP, more precisely, a text document, and tests whether it can be retrieved. If that is not successful, Windows reports no internet access. The mechanism also checks whether the domain the document is hosted on resolves to the expected IP address. So, it might also assume proper internet access if this test is successful, but the document can't be retrieved. The reason it reports no internet access when you haven't authenticated on a hotspot yet lies in the way a hotspot works. It blocks all ports besides 80 and 443 for HTTP and HTTPS, respectively, which get redirected to the hotspot's authentication server and might mess with DNS requests in one way or another. Thus, NC can neither resolve the domain its test file is hosted on, and even if it could, it wouldn't reach the actual file because HTTP traffic is redirected to the authentication server. Source: this URL.
Here are the details of the connection status determination process. The following list describes how NCSE might communicate with a website to determine whether a network has internet connectivity. A request for DNS name resolution of dns.ncincy.com. A HTTP request for http://www.ncincy.com/ncse.text, returning 200 OK in the text, Microsoft NCSE. This can be disabled with a registry setting. If you set to 0, Windows will no longer probe for internet connectivity. Apple does something very similar in iOS to detect internet connectivity and possible hotel login Wi-Fi pages, etc.
As Jeff said, to detect an internet connection, Windows will do DNS request to server, HTTP request for known content. In addition to Jeff's answer, I suspect. 3. If HTTP request is redirected to an outside Microsoft, or doesn't return the expected content, show the message in your screenshot.
For a connection that requires additional logon information is more likely determined through the DNS resolution step mentioned by Jeff with the following 3 scenarios occurring. If the system resolves the correct address, the connection is all clear. Internet connectivity. If the system resolves a DNS request but is not the correct address, then there is a redirect, possible addition logon information needed. If the system does not resolve a DNS request, there is internet connectivity issues, connection established to network/access point but no internet connectivity. I assume that the request for this URL is a quick-fire way to test if connection to internet is all clear. After that, the DNS requests are run to determine the full status of the connection.